everyone. How's everyone doing out there? Welcome to the VENDO Marketing Summit ahead of Q4. Very excited to be here on this call today, sharing the floor with Marlena. Marlena is one of our AMs here at VENDO. Marlena, do you want to give us a little brief background about yourself?
Sure. So I'm one of the strategic AMs here at VENDO. I have a variety of different accounts within my book of business, but a few of my brands really focus on beauty. And so there's really a lot of focus on, visuals and how it looks. So I'm excited to be here today to talk about some visual testing.
Perfect. Thank you, Marlena. And sorry, I should have introduced myself as well. My name is Vinny, Director of Account Strategies here at VENDO. Today, our topic of conversation is going to be A/B testing and different software tools that we use. One of our favorite software tools is Pickfu, and many of you guys already use it out there for several ways of A/B testing. At VENDO, we've used it for over a year, and we've seen the growth of the platform, but most importantly, we've seen how it's helped us as a business really develop strong infographics, videos, polls, any type of data that you can get where it is crowdsourced so that you can get that immediate feedback really helps our clients in terms of understanding what's going to convert, right? Because on Amazon, as we know, a lot of these different data points or perhaps infographical assets are so important to really developing the brands on Amazon to ensure that we're always top notch, but most importantly, to make sure that we're relevant to the consumer so that we can drive that conversion in sales. So today we're going to be really excited to talk about A/B testing ahead of Q4 and Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Turkey 5, as we know, and holiday. Holiday is very exciting. In my past, when it comes down to holidays, just really exciting because you can get really creative on the Amazon front. You can really develop, do all sorts of stuff with the brand stores. You could do so many different things with infographics, right? And it's such a seasonal, it's such like Q4 is just a very heavy in seasonality. So testing a lot of these infographics so that you can be really driving gifting as a topic, let's say, and seeing if that's relevant to the consumer and if that's going to be driving more interest. Pickfu gives you all that data. So very excited today. In fact, we prepared a deck today so that we're going to go over and definitely give you an overview of how we use Pickfu here at VENDO, some case studies, and in fact, we're just going to walk you through how the platform is utilized. So give me a second as I share my screen. Perfect. Can you see my screen, Marlena?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm going to go to presentation mode. But for those that haven't gone to Pickfu or are not familiar with the platform, you can go to pickfu.com. And sure enough, as you arrive to the platform, you'll be able to see quick suggestions on how to use the product. Quick videos in terms of different ways that Pickfu, the software has really dove into A/B testing and the value that A/B testing provides. In fact, they walk you through different segments, either doing A/B testing for video, images, different polls. It's really interesting the type of stuff that they are running as a business, just because I mean, they have the data, right? They also have the customers that are willing to provide that immediate feedback right away. I believe, Marlena, some of the feedback responses that we've seen has been less than an hour, half an hour. It's pretty quick to get that data, right?
Yeah, that's the best part about Pickfu. Instead of waiting, weeks like you would do straight through Amazon, you get it in just a few hours.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. So we'll walk you with the presentation. Let me go to presentation mode as of now. Perfect. So again, VENDO. So here at VENDO, we're here to pretty much, we're a 360-degree marketing agency. We represent your brand, your story, and we're a trusted partner for your global e-commerce growth. Now, as I mentioned earlier, what we're going to learn today is really learn about the different ways about A/B testing and how they can impact your page performance. And that we're talking about increasing sessions, increasing conversion rate, increase in buy box, increase in terms of just being able to drive that incremental revenue that we're looking for all of our partners. Now we'll go through various ways of finding how you can run your A/B testing on Pickfu, and we'll start immediately just diving in. Now, the way that Pickfu breaks it out is they have three main objectives, right? And the way that they highlight their platform is pretty much you're so focused on working on your project in and out daily, perhaps, that sometimes it's good to step away and get a different perspective, get that clarity that you need from all the work that you've gone into either developing your product or developing the infographics, A plus content, even your bullet points. Sometimes is really it's a good idea to get that immediate feedback from your future prospects as far as customers goes, so that you can start making those iterations before you even go live. Marlena, have you found that to be that like a good test case before you, for instance, for any of your product launches that you've had?
Yeah, so we've used Pickfu at very different stages of the product setup process. Sometimes we'll use it for ideation before creating packaging and actually formulating what that product is going to look like. And then we've taken it all the way through optimizing the pages, like you said, infographics and A+, but also just bullet points or little phrases that can make a difference, variety pack versus multi-pack, any little thing that you're not sure what's going to resonate more. It's so much better to just test with your consumer group.
Awesome. Now, the other thing too is that you can get very granular with Pickfu. The amazing part is the amount of inputs that you have as far as really diving into the right consumer base, right? The beauty about Amazon, and they're getting better at this, is that they're giving you more of those insights in terms of who that customer is for your product, for your brand. So if you go under brands and then brands analytics, there is definitely data there as far as your demographics, right? You get age, you get income, you get sex, as far as who's that customer coming in to really coming into your pages and driving that conversion. So the fact that Pickfu gives you a lot of these different sort of inputs, right? It allows you to also tell the software, hey, go after the people that are my consumers, instead of just being a blanket slate. I found that to be truly valuable. What are your thoughts there, Marlena?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, you don't want to just pull a bunch of random consumers. If you already have an idea of your demographic, it's so much better. And I think it will just help your sales and your conversion if you're going after that specific person who already loves what you're selling.
Now, this is what we were referring to earlier, get insights on demand. So this is pretty awesome. We definitely get our answers right away the same day. In fact, Pickfu provides a URL in which is very shareable. Even you can share that right away internally. As answers start coming in, you can start digesting some of those answers, some of that feedback immediately. Usually here at Vendo, what we do is we get excited for the results, we analyze them, and then we share them with our clients. I think that's the gratifying insight in terms of what Pickfu does. It's instant. You're antsy in terms of really getting those answers right away, so that you can start driving initiatives and strategy in terms of, those type of insights that you're getting from the right customers that Pickfu surveys using their software.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts about Pickfu, is that you can just watch it all trickle in, see all the comments, and see kind of where consumers' heads are at right away. So it's always fun to watch.
Yeah, it's super cool. Awesome. Marlena, do you want to walk us through the steps? There's simple 4 steps in terms of how to use Pickfu. Do you want to give us a quick highlight here?
Sure. So when you're first setting it up, you have to kind of, go through the basics, determine what kind of question you're looking to ask. The biggest one that we typically use is, which product would you rather purchase? Because you're testing A versus B, and you really want, at the end of the day, for that customer to convert into a purchase. After that, you'll go into your demographics and you'll say, I want this age range, this kind of educational background, et cetera, to make sure that you're getting your poll information from the consumers that you want. Then you also have the luxury of choosing, do you want this poll to be smaller, 50 different people, or do you want it to be a lot bigger? You can go up to 200, 500, depending on you know, is it a small change? Do you necessarily need a lot of people, or is it something that can make a huge difference in your brand, where in that case you might want a larger poll number? And then finally, you'll just go through, review everything that you've put in. I usually spot check everything because you don't want to enter something that might not necessarily help you. So always good to double check everything that you put in. And then at the bottom, you can also ask the pollers to give you some extra information. So you can ask, are they an Amazon Prime member? What are your demographics, just to double check, and different things like that. So not only are you getting their A/B choice, you can also get some more information about those consumers that are voting as well.
Perfect. No, and this is all great. Again, the objective of us walking you guys through this is to really get that process of kickstarting your A/B testing ahead of the busiest seasons coming just not so far away, right? So Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holidays, usually what we see is an increase in impressions, meaning that there's a lot more people coming into the channel, into the marketplace. And obviously we're focused on Amazon. So our suggestion to you guys is start doing some implementation so that when you know that the traffic is already there, you can convert instead of trying to do this A/B testing during the busiest times, because I'm sure you want to be focused on other elements of your business. Example, inventory, your ad traffic, those are other things that you should really be focusing, but A/B testing you should already have done, completed before even getting to Black Friday, just simply because you want to be ready and you want to have that data already in place. So very easy 4 steps to get things going. Now, what we've developed is a few case studies to walk you through exactly what we've done here at Vendo. Hopefully this provides a little bit more insights in terms of what an agency really reflects on. Walk us through what we've learned here, Marlena.
Sure. So one of the biggest, most important things that you can do on Amazon is to optimize your main image. This is the first thing customers see, and this is what's going to walk them into your page. So in order to get them to click through to the page to then eventually purchase, you really need to draw them in. And what we found through some of our A/B testing is the use of these like faux packaging stickers. So one example that I put here was the Goldfish box. Clearly, Goldfish is already putting, there's 20 packs on their box, but say you have a product where you're doing a bundle or you're doing a multi-pack, but it's not already, nicely packaged like this. That's when you can use these faux packaging stickers like you see on the Welch's. It's a little circle and it says 40 bags, but it's that little extra amount of information that will tell the customer exactly what they're getting, and they can see the value for their money. If you have, X amount of dollars without specifying that, they might say, well, this looks really expensive. Why do I want to purchase? So we've done this with a few of our different brands and we've saw great success. And it's interesting to note that a lot of our comments when we do run these polls suggest that consumers like having the sticker instead of showing a ton of, if you have a 40 pack, you don't want to show 40 different packs of it. They like to also see the details of the product itself. So by adding one of these faux packaging stickers, you're not only showing the customer all the details of the product, but you're showing them the value at the same time. No, and that's kind of what I've put over here.
No, totally. And we can see the information that comes in from the people that are receiving these surveys and providing that feedback. So I think they get very detailed, right? Some of them, it allows you to focus on the product rather than quantity of the product. That's great. That's the type of detailed information you want as a brand to ensure that you're making the right moves as far as A/B testing. Now we go to a different A/B test that we ran. So on your left, you'll see pretty much, I grayed out just from the respect to our brands, the test that we had ran. So one of our brands had a 4-pack variety drink that obviously they launched in the marketplace. And the one thing is that if you see option A, they were pretty much lined up, right? They there was nothing wrong with the image. It was just a regular formation. You see this across multiple brands on Amazon. And then option B is a little bit more zoomed in. So not sure if you can see it, but the actual volume of the size is, the can size is a little bit bigger compared to just being lined up. And that allowed us to also exponentially grow by a percentage the other cans behind that main leading can. And what we saw was, sure enough, the audience came back and said, hey, we love the idea. We love the closer view, right? As you see here, those details and varying views of all four cans. So that kind of verified that our new iteration of the creative for how we laid out the cans on option B was really the best way to go about it. I am more likely to purchase choice B because the ad makes the products more prominent and obvious. I can clearly see what it says. And I think that's very important. A lot of customers or a lot of brands on Amazon, what they do is they normally take what works on their D2C and put it on Amazon, right? And sometimes on D2C, you have different functionalities. You have rollover, you can quickly click on the image and have a little bit of different zoom capabilities. On Amazon, it does have zoom capabilities, but sometimes you're limited. And I think the best converting image is going to be when the customer doesn't have to click through, right? They can see all the value propositions of that product as far as their packaging right away. I think that's really a big rule of thumb in terms of how we're looking at our hero images here at Vendo is, can we tell the consumers right off the bat, off of their packaging, instead of just clicking in or perhaps zooming in, what that product has? For instance, from a soda perspective, we're looking at carbs, we're looking at just different other nutritional factors that could be called out on the label. So it's important for us to make sure that we can make those calls instantly. So here, as we said, we changed the brand. We went after the option B. We went ahead and published that. And the client loved it. And sure enough, results have been reliable. We've seen an increase in conversion by driving a positive customer experience. And also that had a positive result in revenue. So evidence, it's just evidence. I think that's a big thing that I wanted to drive on this is you're getting the proof immediately in terms of how the software using Pickfu can provide that evidence instantly and make that change whether that same day or perhaps the next day, however you want to see the data, because you want to be able to say, hey, I was able to A/B test since launched this image, and this is the data that we saw before we launched it, before we made changes, and then you will be able to, from an analytics standpoint, be able to make a difference between variation A and B and see really the impact in conversion, impressions, conversion rate, and obviously revenue. So I thought that was super important. Other than that, that's pretty much it. We quickly wanted to just go through, a quick example of how at Vendo we do A/B testing, show you guys quick case studies, and show you around the platform Pickfu. But I think, Berlina, let me ask you this. How are you preparing for Q4?
Oh, just getting all of our product listings ready, doing some holiday updates as far as, brand stores and advertising, really trying to give the customer a full picture of, the brand at its best, because obviously there's a ton of traffic that comes through this holiday season.
Awesome. Before Pickfu, what were you doing as far as A/B testing?
I was just using my best judgment, pretty much. It's always nice to have a gut check though, and that's what Pickfu is there for. So, sometimes you even know we'll make some bets and we'll think, okay, I think it's going to be A, I think it's going to be B, and sometimes it's very surprising what consumers actually want to see. So,
absolutely,
it's very helpful.
No, and I think a lot of brands, they do a lot of market analysis, but you really got to put the product in the consumer's face, just so that they can give you a really good clear answer, a clear view of whether A or B works, and give you that feedback instantly. So again, Thank you guys. Thank you so much, Marlena. This was fun. Q4 is here. We're ready to go. We're A/B testing lots of images, infographics, videos, A+ content, brand stores. We suggest for all you to do the same. And here again, thank you guys. This is Vendo. Enjoy the rest of the Vendo Summit. And let us know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to reach out. Thanks.